Hello students, already we have completed theoretical content of current electricity. So today we'll discuss about the numericals. It's a numerical session. Okay. So पहला question है, see here, a wire has a resistance of 16 ohm. It is melted and drawn into a wire half of its length. Calculate the resistance of the new wire. What is the percentage change in its resistance? So it's a very easy. While we reduce it to half of its length. Now we know that volume is same. So what is volume? A dash L dash will be what? A into L. What is A? Area of cross section. What is L? Is the length. So very simple. We know that we can write A dash by A equal to what? L by L dash. Now what is L dash? It is actually L by 2. This is the point. So A dash by A becomes what? 2 by 1. Got it? Now we know that what is R dash, rho L dash by A dash, and R is what? Rho L by A. So we will take the ratio R dash by R. Simply you know that it becomes rho L dash by A dash upon rho L by A. So you find out it will be L dash by what? L into A by A dash. Solve it out. We know that it is half into half. It becomes 1 by 4. So here what we see is that R dash resistance becomes what? R by 4. This is the resistance. What is R? R is given 16 ohm. So 16 by 4, we will get 4 ohm the answer. So this is the answer of the resistance. Now percentage. So change in resistance, we will find out it. Change in resistance, simply we will find the percentage. All of you know how to find R minus R dash by R into what? 100. So R minus R dash, that is 16 minus 4, it is 12 by what? 16 into 100. So sort it out, it will what? 75 what? Percent. 4, 4 just 4, 3 are 12, and it will be 25. 25 into 3 what? 75%. So this is what the answer. You got it? This is 4 ohm is the resistance which you got, and 75% is the what? Increase in its resistance. So very simple how you reduce the length, and main is that L dash was what? L by 2. So you got the ratio. Okay. Now question number 2. Question number 2, if you see what it is written, use Kirchhoff's law to determine the potential difference across between the points A and D when no current flows in arm BE, in arm B, that is the middle one, okay, of electrical network. So we are going to apply the Kirchhoff law in this. Now what is the solution? Solution is simple. Here we see that no current passes in what? In BE. Okay. So when no current passes in BE, we are going to calculate it. That means the current is 0. Say for example, we'll take a current I from here. Okay. And we are going to take this path first. So we are going to apply the Kirchhoff law for this. And because there is no current going in this I will go in this side also. So I am going to apply the path and Kirchhoff's law, that is AFEBA. Are you getting it? So it will be 2I plus 3I. And are you getting it? It will be R1 into 0. R1 there is no current. There is no current. And it's of 3 volt given. This battery is of 3 volt. It is not written here. This is 3 volt. So 0 into R1, and you are going to this. So minus 3. Okay, minus 1 and minus 6. You are going to the negative of the battery if you remember the rule. So solve it out. Okay, it will be 0. So it will be 2I plus 3I. So that means 5I. And then it will be minus 3, and this directly I am writing I will be 2 ampere. So got it or not? In this circuit we got I 2 ampere. Now we are going to follow the other path. So if you want to find out it, but we have to find out the potential difference where? Between A and D. Are you getting it or not? So potential difference between A and D. We will go to this path. So what is the current? I into R. So 2 into what? 2. This is minus 1. Okay. Then 2 into 3 plus 2 into 3. And then directly there is nothing. So this will be the Potential difference 4 minus 1 plus 6. That means 10 minus 1, it will be 9 volt. So this is the answer. Very simple, no current passes in BE. So I will go in this side. What you got? You applied the Kirchhoff law here, you got I. And you don't need this circuit, so you want potential difference between A or D. So you follow this path, 2 into I, 2 to the 4, then what, minus 1, then 2 into 3, 6, 6 plus 4, 10 minus 1, 9 volt will be the potential difference. So this is question number 2. Okay. Now, question number 3. Using Kirchhoff's law, calculate. Again, this is the question which is related with the Kirchhoff's law. Using Kirchhoff's law, calculate the current through 40 ohm and 20 ohm resistors in the adjacent circuit. And the current distribution is given. I here it is I1 plus I2 is what? I. So we can follow the path and we have to find out what 20 across 20 ohm and 40 ohm. So certainly we will follow the path. We are going to take the first one is A, B, C, D, A. We can go in this path. So A, B, C, D, A. So this will be the path for we can follow. And what will be this? 40 I1. Okay, then 20 I. Okay, and we are going in this way. So minus 80 will be 0. So 40 I1 plus 20 I is what? 80. And I is well actually I1 plus I2. So we can even say 40 I1 plus 20 I1 plus I2 if you want to write it. And it will be 80. So you can write 60 I1 plus what? 20 I2 equal to 80. Or 3 I1. Okay. 20, you know that 23 and I2 equal to 4. Got it or not? This is the equation. 20 कर दिया, 23 is 60, 21 and 24 is 80. So this is the equation you got from this A, B, C, D, A. Okay. And now you will take another path and you are going to take the path say D, C, E, D, C, F, okay, E, D. You are going in this way. So what will be the equation? This is now opposite. So minus 40 I1, okay, and then plus, this is 10. So you write 10 I2, okay, and you are giving minus 40 equal to 0. So solve it out. It will be 10 I2 minus 40 I1 equal to what? 40. And then I2 minus 4 I1 equal to what? What? 10, 1 is 10, 10, 4 is 40 and 4. So you can write 4. This is the second equation. Now you have to solve them. You can solve them both the equations. 3 I1, okay, 3 I1 plus I2 equal to 4. And this equation is minus 4 I1 plus I2 equal to what? What? It is 4. Got it? So we will solve it. And when we solve it, we are going to get, we subtract it. Okay. So it will be 7 I1. Are you getting it? And it will be 0. So I1 we got 0. So put I1 here in any of the circuit. If you put I1 in any of the circuit, what you are going to get? Do you know? You are going to get the another current I2 4 ampere. And then this way you got both the currents. This is I1. You put I1 here only. You will get I2 4. And do you know what is I1 plus I2? It will be again 4. I1 plus I2 is again what? 4. So all the currents we came to know about this circuit. So across 20 ohm, it is what? I, that means 4 ampere. And across 40 ohm, it is I1, that means 0. So this is the answer for this. You apply in both the laws and you solve out the equation, you will get the answer. This is Kirchhoff's law, question number 3. Okay, so now we will talk about the question number 4. What is question number 4? We are going to discuss after question number 3 is that AB is meter, 1 meter long uniform wire of 10 ohm resistance. Other data is given. Calculate K and length AO along the galvanometer that shows no deflection. AO is along the potential. So this is the question of potentiometer wire. So that means how to find out first is K. And I think all of you remember what was K. K is potential gradient. So can you find out it? Yes, potential gradient is V by R. I think all of you remember. Here this is the external. So V is what? IRA V by what? V. Okay, IRA V by what? The V by L, not V by R, V. So this will be this. Why you find out the current in this circuit? What will the current? Tell me. 2 upon net resistance. This is 15 and AB is given what? 10 ohms. So 15 plus 10. You remember it will come 2 by 25. You put it here. I 2 by 25. What is RAB? RAB is 10 and length is I think 1 meter. So 20 by 25. That means 0.8 volt per meter is the first answer. So K you got it. K is V by L. Already you have done this numerical, this type of numerical. Now length AO, you want this length. Okay. And do you know there is a cell with the internal resistance. This is internal 1.2 ohm. So you want what? This length O. And how many of you remember V is equal to KL dash? This length AO. Say this length is what? L dash. Are you getting it? So you need L dash. What is V? How many of you remember? E minus IR. Okay, so you need current in this circuit. So current, can you calculate current? Yes, 1.5 upon 1.2 plus 0.3. So it will be 1 ampere current here. Are you getting in this circuit? 1.5 by total resistance. So E minus IR. So E minus IR will be what? K. K is 0.8 into L dash. What is E? 1.5. What is I? 1 ampere. What is R? 1.2. So 0.8 into L dash. So it becomes 1.5 minus 1.2 equal to 0.8 into L dash. And it is 0.3 equal to 0.8 into L dash. Finally, L dash is what? 3 by 8 meter. So these are the two answers. Okay, got it or not? This is 3 by 8 meter. So first is what you calculate is the K and second is the length. Again, I can repeat it. How you got K? You know that K is V by L, IRAB. You got I first and then you got K. Now you want what? This length AO. What length AO is across this and this cell is closed. So V is KL dash. What is V? E minus IR in this cell. So you need I here. You calculated I, it comes 1 ampere. So you put it here. E is 1.5. I is 1, internal is 1.2 ohm and you solve it out, you got this. This is length AO. Got it? So this is question number 4. Now I am going to talk about question number 5 and 6. Okay. Now question number 5. I think question number 5 is related with meter bridge. If you see what is the question number 5. In the experimental setup of meter bridge, the null point is found to be 60 centimeter from the end A. This is end A. Okay, and this is end B. And with XY in the position as shown. Now when a resistance of 50 ohm is connected in series with Y, the null point is found to be shifted by 10 centimeter towards the end A. Okay. And then find the position of the null point if resistance of 30 ohm were connected in parallel with Y. So this question is something we have done such type of questions, so we'll find out what are the equation. The first case, if you see first case, what it says is that P by Q equal to R by S. So what is P by Q? What is this? Length 60. So it will remain what? 40. So 60 by 40 will be what? Can you tell me? X by Y. So this is the first equation. In this way you got X by Y is what? 3 by 2. This is the first thing. Okay. Now what is second case? Now second case says that if you put 15 ohm in series with Y, it will shift towards what? A. That means it will go towards A. So it is 60 right now, so it will become 50. So that means X by Y plus 15 will be 50 upon 50. Are you getting it or not? Because 10 centimeters shift means 50 this side and it is L, it is 100 minus L. So it will be this. So you put here. So this is how we get Y plus 15 by X equal to 1. We solve it out or we put it in this way. Y by X plus 15 by X equal to what? 1. And what is Y by X? 2 by 3 plus 15 by X equal to 1. Got it or not? We have put from here. And then 15 by X is what? If I take in this side, it will be what? 1 by 3. and X will be what? 45 ohm. This is X, and you put it here X, you will 90 by 3, Y will come what? Tell me, 30 ohm. Got it or not? So you calculated X and Y first. Are you getting it repeating? This is the first equation, this is the second equation. Then you reciprocated, you put the values, you got X here, you put it here, you will get Y. And then final is that you have to find out that find the position of the null point if resistance of 30 ohm connected in parallel with Y. Okay, so if it is connected in parallel with Y, so what will be its resistance? Do you know? 15Y upon 15 plus Y. So that means if the length is say here L dash, it will be 100 minus L dash. Okay, in that case, last case. So I can write L dash upon 100 minus L dash is equal to X upon 15Y upon 15 plus Y. I think all of you got this equation. You find out it. If you solve it, you will see that this length L dash will come 75 centimeter. You have to solve it. Are you getting it or not? By this equation, this length will come. So we have X 30, we have Y 45, put it here, you will find out L dash 75. So this is the question, again repeating, you got X and Y first, then at the last what you did, that you connected 15 in parallel with Y, so its net resistance will be 15Y upon 15 plus Y, then L dash upon 100 minus L dash P by Q equal to what? R by S. So X upon this will be the value, you put it here, you will calculate L dash 75. Now question number 6. Two wires X, Y have the same resistivity but their cross-sectional area are in the ratio 2:3 and length in the ratio 1:2. They are first connected in series and then in parallel to DC source. Find out the ratio of the drift speeds of the electron in two wires for two cases. That means one in series and then you will take it in parallel. What has been given is the ratio of the area AX, ratio AY is 2:3 and I think 1:2 is the length. So Lx by Ly will be what? 1/2. Now we will take one by one. Say first it is connected in series. Now we all know what is constant in series. I is what? NeAVD. So we know that I is constant. So from this relation we can even say that Vd is inversely proportional to what? A. So why? Because we have to calculate the Vd. Vdx by Vdy will be generally what? Ay by Ax. So this answer comes directly. It is 3:2. So Vdx ratio Vdy is 3:2 in this case. Okay. Okay. Now in the second case, when we talk about the parallel, in parallel, if we see in parallel what happens? Voltage is constant. V equal to IR. That's constant. So can I say I is inversely proportional to R? Yes. And R is what? Directly proportional to L by A. So even we can say I is what? What? Proportional to A by L. Now what is I here? If I ask you what is I here? I is what? NeAVD. So I X by Iy can be written as what? Ax by Lx. Okay, and then in the same way Ly by Ay. Are you getting it here? We can write in this way. And then what is this? NeAVdx. Okay, and it is NeAyVdy. Are you getting it? So, and this will be Ax by Lx, Ly by Ay. So any we can cancel out it, and then finally we know that what we get is that Ax Ay we get cancel out, and Vdx by Vdy is the simply the Ly by Lx. So Ly by Lx is what? 2/1. So we got the answer for this case also, that Vdx ratio Vdy is what? 2:1. So this is the case. So one is this for the parallel and for the series is this. Got it or not? So this is how we are going to take the ratio. Already the length ratio and area ratio are given. In parallel, V is constant. In series, I is constant. Okay. So this was question number 6. Now question number 7 we will take, and that is the resistivity. It is the question number 7. The resistivity of the material of a conductor of a uniform cross section varies along its length as rho is equal to rho naught 1 plus alpha x. So deduce the expression for the resistance of the conductor if its length is L and A is area of cross section. So what do you have to calculate? Resistance. Okay. And you have been given the resistivity as the function of x. So मान लेते हैं let dr is the resistance for dx length. When we integrate, we take like this. So I think all of you know r is rho L by A, so rho dx by what? A. We'll put rho here. What is rho? Rho naught 1 plus alpha x dx by A. Now what do? We integrate r with limits. Okay, limits of length are what? With limits 0 to what? L. So it will be r integration 0 to L of what? This one rho 1 plus alpha x dx by what? A. So rho naught by A will be out because it's a constant, and will be with the integration of what? 1 plus alpha x dx. And I think very easy to integrate it. I'm going to write it 1 dx will be x, and alpha x dx will be what? Alpha x square by 2, 0 to L. Then upper limit minus lower limit. So 0 rho naught by A L plus alpha L square by 2 and minus 0. Finally, what is the resistance? Is rho naught by A alpha plus alpha L square by 2. This is the answer for this resistance. Got it? So very simple. dr resistance, we integrate it with the length. Rho naught, rho is the function, resistivity given. We integrated it, we got this resistance. So this is question number 7. And now we are going to talk about question number 8. So what is the question number 8? If you see here, question number 8 is the calculate the steady state current through 2 ohm resistor, and in the circuit the internal resistance of the battery is negligible, and there is a capacitance here given of 2 microfarad. So you have to find out current through 2 ohm. And the very simple solution is that when the current passes, the current will not go through here. So this is what neglected. So we'll find the net resistance. If I find the net resistance, 2 and 3 are what? In parallel. So say this is R1 of the resultant of 2, 3 is 6, or it will become 6 by 5 because both are in parallel. So it is 1.2 ohm. And this is say R2. Okay, 2.8 ohm. So what is the net resistance? I think 1.2 plus 2.8, because you don't have to take this because the current is not passing it. So it will be what? 4 ohm. So net resistance in this circuit is 4 ohm. What is I? I is E by R. Okay. What is E here? 6. What is net resistance? 4. So it becomes 1.5 ampere. This is the net current. And this net current is going in this. Now we know that the potential in this circuit will be V into I R1. What is I going here? 1.5. What is the R1 of these two? It's 1.2. So that means 1.8 volt is passing through this. And say I1 is the current distributed and I2 in this. So can I write 2I1, because in parallel voltage is same. 2I1 is equal to 1.8. So I1 will be 1.8 by 2. So what I am getting is 0.9 ampere in 2 ohm. This has been asked. This is the question. Are you getting it? So again I am repeating that what happens that this capacitor doesn't pass the current. So this will be negligible. So we will take the net resistance. Net resistance is coming 4 ohm. Then net current, and then current will go in this only because no current passes here. So we got that voltage across this is what? IR1, and that is 1.8 volt, and parallel voltage is same. So 2I1 will be written as 1.8 and I1. Even you can find out the I2 also in this case. So this is question number what? 8. And now question number 9. Now what is the question number 9? A cell of EMF E and internal resistance R is connected to variable load resistance R. Draw ER graph and VR graph. I think this question I gave you in assignment also, but I want to just tell you how to solve it. And that is, say there is a battery and its EMF is its internal resistance is R, and it is connected to some external resistance capital R. So we have to draw ER graph. Now very interesting thing is that E and R graph will be, this, because E doesn't depend on R. E is the EMF. EMF doesn't depend on R. EMF doesn't depend on what? R. Okay, that potential difference depends. Now this is ER graph. Got it or not? You may change it, but the value of voltage, EMF will remain same only. But then we talk about the VR graph. Second one, VR graph. See, VR graph we are going to draw. This is ER graph. Second is VR graph. Now VR graph, how we are going to explain it? VR graph for this condition is like this. I think some of you may be knowing like this. So this is the VR graph. V and R, resistance. How this graph has come? You know that V is IR. And in this circuit, I is what? Can anyone tell me? Yes, E upon R plus R into R. Okay, and then we can even take this down. So it becomes E upon 1 plus R by R. This is the condition for V. And very interesting thing is that first, if we take R 0, do you know V will be 0? You see it here. Because something upon infinity will become 0. This will be what? 0. And second, if R becomes equal to R, you put it RR, so V becomes what? E by 2. Are you getting it? This is the case where R is equal to what? R. So V is what? E by 2. Are you getting it? And the third is that when R becomes equal to, when R goes to infinity, V becomes what? E. If R is infinity, something upon infinity is 0, so it will be V equal to E. So this is the explanation of the graph. Very important graph. Are you getting it? V by 2 VE, when this graph goes like this. So it goes to the saturation state. And this is very simple. E is independent of R. So one is VR graph and ER graph when a cell of EMF, E and internal. Now question number 10. This is 7 resistances are connected as shown in the figure. And if you see, find equivalent resistance between A and B. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now very interesting thing is that how to calculate the equivalent resistance between A and B. These two are in parallel, so it will make 6 and 6, 3 ohm. And these two are in parallel, it will make 5 ohm. So very interesting that it itself becomes a Wheatstone bridge, and I am drawing it in a form of Wheatstone bridge. See here how this 5 will come in this way. Okay. This 3 will come in this way when you stretch A and B. And then this is another 5. Are you getting it? So this will be A. Okay. And this is what? 663 ohm. So it will come out down. And this will be B. So 5 by 5 and 3 by what? 3. That means P by Q equal to R by S. That we know that it's a Wheatstone bridge. So simply 5 and 3 will be in series because this will be neglected. So it will be 8 ohm. And 5 and 3 will be in what? Series 8 ohm. And then they are in what? Parallel. So net resistance will be 1 by 8 plus 1 by 8. That's 2 by 8. And that means 1 by 4. That the last R is what? 4 ohm. So this will be the equivalent resistance for this circuit. So this was the question number 10. You see how the resistances are arranged, and it's a Wheatstone bridge. Okay. So this was the session of the numerical based on current electricity. Thank you. And in next session we are going to discuss about the exemplar questions.